Hey everyone, it's Mario Time 1000, and frick this shiz, I've already had to film this frickin' intro 3 different times, and my camera frickin' keeps falling, so it's gonna happen again probably, so whatever. Today, we are looking at the Spark F1 diecast. This is the first time we're ever looking at a Spark diecast, so I'm interested to see what the quality is on these, because Spark... they make a lot of diecasts for teams that I would buy diecasts for, like the back teams like Marussia, Caterham, Sauber, of course, stuff like that. And I've seen 2017 Spark. I've seen a Spark Renault. So I'm interested to see what the quality on these cars are like. So maybe we'll be looking at a 2017 car sooner than later. But today, we're going back to 2014 Sauber C33, driven by Esteban Gutierrez, who drove for this team in 2013 and 2014, and of course, drove for Haas in 2016, and now he was in IndyCar and Formula E. And yeah, I don't know what he's really gonna do next season, but whatever. Scored 7 points in his entire career. No, I think it was 6 points, because he finished 7th once in 2013. So yeah, I remember he finished 11th a lot, I think. But this is about the diecast, not the driver. And, yeah, so let's get into it. First of all, I really want to get it out of the plastic at least. Is there tape here? Yes, there is. I like the box a lot more so far than the Mini Champs. Because the Mini Champs thing is just sort of like cookie cutter, which isn't bad. But they can literally put every car in the similar box. I don't know if... I think this, well, I guess we don't really know the presentation yet, because this is the part I liked about the box, but obviously that's just the box. It isn't part of the stand, so we'll look at what the stand is. I don't remember the Mini Champs if it came in like a box or anything. It's already hard if it did. And I don't see it over there, so I don't know. But yeah, so here's it out of its plastic. Here's the box. I like this part of the box, obviously. It's sort of unique to the team, I think. I think it is. It could just be the Spark colors that match with the Sauber. But this is back in the mid-2010s when Sauber were not as bad as they are today. They were actually a pretty solid team. I could say that if everything kept going well for them, they could be, of the 2010s, considered to be the Force India of that era, because it was an independent team that was doing well, getting podiums and stuff like that. And then obviously 2013 happened, and 2013 wasn't a good year. And then 2014, which was just a complete terrible year. My camera's falling. Oh my god. Yeah, 2014 was a completely awful year for them. And so yeah, we'll get into that more later, but let's get it out. I'm sure there's screws here. Hopefully there are screws. Yeah, the box, so it's just nothing there. So that's a little disappointing. The stand is pretty bland actually, but I do still think I like how it's just the stand and there's not a piece of cardboard in there, because the cardboard gets scraped up every time I have to take the Mini Champs car out of the plastic thing. But here's a little card. I wonder, no, it doesn't look like it like hooks on or anything. Yeah, so it's just a little card that slipped out of the box too. I think it was back here and it just slipped out when I took the car out. So yeah, screws, there it is. Oh, there's a big screw and a small screw. Huh, that's interesting. But here's the side. Sauber C33, Ferrari N degrees 21. I know it's number, but you know, whatever. Well, I mean, all right. Take this out of the plastic. It's a little difficult. Oh, there's tape. That's why. So there's tape holding this car in the plastic right here. So they're really trying to protect this thing. I don't remember if there were tape. That is not a sound I like. So the stand itself is a little bland, but I mean, it just looks like a piece of like wood, like plywood or something. I don't know. Whatever. Let's take this out now. Here is the diecast. Here's the plastic thing. Pretty much nothing on the... There it is. But here is the car itself. I like this little... That seems... Oh my god, that seems so... Oh, that would break so easily. Just giving it a feel. Seems pretty solid. Front wing a little. Alright, well, we'll get it out of the plastic tray or stand, and then we'll get into the review itself. Okay, ladies and frick you. We have now taken the car off its stand, and one thing, first of all, it's really light compared to the Mini Champs diecast. I have the Mini Champs diecast here, and I also have a Barago car. Obviously, this Mini Champs car isn't really to date, but or compared to these, because these are both V6 era. The Barago and this car are both V6 era F1 cars, and that's a V8. But whatever. Overall, it's super light, and the thing I immediately notice is this. The wheels do not spin, so this car is obviously meant to be on a stand, and it's meant to stay on the stand, which is a little bit disappointing, but to be honest, it doesn't really shock me. I think the detail, well, let's take a look. I'm really scared about this little antenna thing. I really don't know how that could possibly stay on here. Here's the car. I do not know what the fudge engineers, designers were thinking in 2014 when they had this weird looking nose. I don't really know. That nose has evolved into what the Red Bull has here. It's still got that little thing sticking out, but it's not as bad as here. But the Williams had it, the Toro Rosso had. Yeah, the Toro Rosso had it, and now and the Sauber had it. I don't remember if any other teams had it. Caterham, I think, had it. Yeah, it just looks awful. I don't know what the heck was going on here. I don't know how. I don't know. I don't know. Reduces drag. I don't know what this whole deal is. But yeah, detail seems pretty good. I think this is all metal. Here's the bottom. Obviously, it also has the board. It looks a little bit more like wood, but it looks a little. It's more orangey than I think it would be. You have this paint splatter here, or it looks like silver Sharpie. Really? Yeah. So there it is. Also, the floor is pretty bad. Compared to the Mini Champs car, I mean that floor was really good quality. This one is even better. At least this one feels like I could just snap it so easily, and it doesn't even try to mimic carbon fiber in the slightest. Losing the camera. It doesn't even try to mimic carbon fiber in the side. It's just flat, boring plastic. That freaking thing right there. Why did they even put this on the car? Obviously, it's a display piece, but I didn't even see it in the box until I looked really closely at it. Over here, we've got NEC. I do not remember what that stands for, or what the company NEC does, but I know they were on this car for a little while. I think they were on it in like 2012, 2013. Not sure. Got some other sponsors here. Obviously, Sauber, Swiss F1 team. Of course, now it's owned by a bunch of Swedish people, I think. We've got the light where the light is supposed to be, so that's cool. And a little bit of a fluorescent yellow thing going on. I think, was it the Mercedes 118th that had that? This side is the same. Overall, it feels solid. I just heard a thing click. I don't know what that was. It's scaring me. It feels like a pretty solid diecast, like it's not going to break easily. I mean, obviously I could just bam, hit it and it would break. But I think the same could be said. Well, I don't know, honestly. It seems solid, but I feel like I could snap this thing pretty easily, which is a little bit unfortunate. And the fact that the wheels don't move at all is really unfortunate. Now, there's no real reason the wheels need to move, especially if you're buying a freaking $50, $60, $70, $80 143 scale F1 diecast. Then you're probably not going to be playing with it. But even the fact that the wheels don't move at all is a little disappointing. Let's see a look at the driver. You won't be able to see it on camera. It just looks flat. It looks like he has no legs. There's no separation in the legs. At least it's obvious. It's obvious in the Mini Champs car, but that the legs are like separate because the molded of the driver's right. But this, it's not bad because it doesn't seem super brittle. It seems well put together. But I mean, compared for the price and all that shiz, it just seems a little bit unfortunate, especially because you can buy Sauber F1 diecasts for Mini Champs. I think in 2016 at least Mini Champs made diecasts for this team. So obviously if you're a Marussia, Manor, Caterham, other cars, Williams, I know Spark made Williams diecasts. This might not be one for you. It's a little bit disappointing that the wheels do not move at all. The wheels, I think are just made of plastic. They don't even feel rubbery. That's one thing at least it does. It's got the Pirelli logo printed on both sides. That's something the Barago failed to do. Not really sure why. The Barago is a lot thinner though. I don't know what's going on with that. Look at a size comparison here. Wheel to wheel. This car is a lot longer in wheel length. I wonder if that's just if the scales are messed up or... Looks like the driver's seats are about the same size. So I think maybe the cars were just longer in 2014 than 2015. Obviously the wheelbases differ between cars always, so that could just be the case. Can't really tell. I think this piece is all plastic. I think this is metal though, but I'm not too sure. It's not cold, so it might be plastic. But honestly, neither is the Mini Champs really. So, overall, my final thought is that these are pretty good if you want to get a smaller team. But honestly, they're really expensive, and it doesn't freewheel. It doesn't do a whole lot. There's some details that are lost. It's not bad. It's definitely not bad. If you're just going to put it on a shelf, it's a pretty expensive paperweight, essentially. I think the Mini Champs are better, honestly. And sometimes, in some cases, the Mini Champs are cheaper. Here's the Mini Champs comparison. I just think the Mini Champs, I don't think it has more detail. It's really hard to really say. I think the wheels just not turning is the most disappointing part about it. But honestly, the stand, it's okay. It's not bad, but it's certainly not the best thing I've ever seen. I think the Mini Champs is better, but it's not too bad. You can see the harsh difference between, and these are both Saubers, so that's cool. But yeah, so that is the Spark 2014 Esteban Gutierrez. This car scored no points at all. Esteban Gutierrez and Adrian Sutil could not score a single point in this car, and they finished 10th of 11 They finished 10th of the 11 teams, and Marussia and Caterham didn't even run the whole season. So that's pretty bad for them, and that set Sauber in a motion that has led to their suckiness of today. They had a solid 2015, but they're not good today, and it shows. They're really slow. Hopefully next season they have a shot, though, because it could be just a Ferrari junior team, and that'll help them. So, yeah, I have 10 seconds on my camera, so thanks for watching. Subscribe. 2017 Diecast hopefully coming soon because I've seen a Spark Reno. Goodbye.